Devin and Glenn here today with tips, tricks, and how-tos to fix it yourself. Today we have this 2012 Hyundai Veloster GDI. It's a 1.6 liter?
Yep.
We're going to do an oil change, show you guys how to do that. In order to do the oil change, you're either going to have to, one, pull it on ramps, or two, jack up one side. We went ahead and jacked up this passenger side with just a floor jack. I apologize about the mess in the garage. If you check out our other channel, we're actually still working on the motor on the Blazin over here. That's why the garage is kind of a mess. But when you look underneath the car, here, you get onto there, Glenn.
All right. Got your drain plug right here. And then your oil filter is right above. Both are more or less on the passenger side of your vehicle. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this changed.
Okay. And one tip for doing an oil change is you don't actually need the drain container underneath it right away. You break it loose to where you can start unscrewing it by hand, and then you scoot this underneath it. Because if you're trying to loosen it with this underneath, you're going to keep hitting your arm and your socket wrench on it, and you're not going to have as much room to actually get it off.
Alright, you're going to need a 17mm ratchet. You're going the wrong way.
Yep.
Of course.
And you're going to need to loosen it, not tighten it. Bad thing about creepers, they have wheels. So if it's tight, good luck. Can you get it?
My cars all fucking hate me. Fucking creeper.
Woo! That looks like it's chewed to hell too.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that hurt. What, my skin?
Hey, you broke it loose.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Yeah. I ripped the skin off.
Okay.
And then your oil filter should be relatively easy to take off.
Should be. Keyword.
Hopefully you guys can still see this. Gonna go ahead and lean you up a little bit. Right here's your filter. The lighting's not very good under here. But you should just be able to, it's gonna be a little tight, but you should be able to loosen it by your hand. You wanna slide that oil catch over here. We're gonna go ahead and woo, get oil on my cut.
Move hand out of the way. Maybe.
Drop that oil filter into the oil pan, let it drain. So pretty much all the oil is drained out of here now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the drain plug back in. Make sure you do that first. If you haven't changed oil before, you definitely want to put it back in. Make sure you put a little oil around the ring there. Make it easier to get off next time. We'll go ahead and put it in hand tight. And then there's going to be oil on the drain plug itself, so you want to go ahead and make sure that you grab a paper towel. You want to do that, Glenn? Grab me a paper towel.
Yep. And
actually get the excess oil off the nut itself. The drain plug bolt, I guess, not a nut. And then you can go ahead and tighten it out. Make sure not to tighten it down as tight as possible. I'm not exactly sure what the torque specs on this car are. We're actually not going to torque it back down to spec. But I'd say snug is probably the best description I have for it. So you don't need to like really wrench on it at all, just snug it down a little bit where you don't put much force. I know on some it requires like 14 pounds, so if you can imagine lifting like 14 pounds, some are about 22 pounds. So if you can imagine that. Well, hello there. I just got fondled by me wife. I got fondled by me wife doing an oil change. Yay! Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with the oil. Here we go. We're going to pull this camera out that way you guys can see this. I just clicked buttons. When you change the oil filter, here, we're going to put this camera up here. That way you can see it.
Oh God, it's still draining.
What I do, even though it's recommended that you use new oil, doesn't really matter, but I take the old filter and the new filter and kiss the two rubber seals together, kind of move it around a little bit. Make sure that the seal is nice and covered in oil. It's going to prevent it from sticking. Once your motor heats up, that rubber is going to warm up and it's going to want to stick more. And then, if you're changing your filter, make sure you don't get any air bubbles in your oil system, because this oil is going to be the first thing that oil pump breathes into it, essentially. So you're going to take this, you're going to take and open up the new oil. I have a cut on my finger, so I'm trying not to be too rough with it. You're actually going to fill this filter up with oil. And then you go ahead and install it back underneath the car. I'll take you guys down there. This is exciting stuff, guys. Doesn't get any better than this. Doesn't get no better than this. See that cylinder up there with that little nozzle sticking out? That's actually the filter location. And just snug it down with your hand. Don't over snug it, because otherwise you're going to make it really difficult on yourself the next time you do it. And so there's your filter and drain plug. It's pretty simple.
Yep.
And then whatever your quart capacity is in your owner's manual, you then go ahead and use the rest of that oil that you're using to fill up your filter. And right here is your fill location for that. So you take this off.
Which this car is 4 quarts.
4 quarts.
I believe together.
Make sure you grab a filter.
Funnel.
A funnel, not a filter. I apologize, guys. So you then go ahead and you add the rest of your quartage necessary right there. Make sure you use a funnel, not a filter, a funnel.
That one is there. That's it, it's good.
Make sure you put your fill cap back on. Then we close the hood. Your socket wrench is in there.
No, I see it.
Either let the car down from the jack or back it off the ramps. make a note of what mileage the car has on it at the time of the oil change. And that is about it. This is Devin and Glenn, Blazin Motorworks. Fix it yourself. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. There's more coming, I promise. It may not be a good thing, but there is.